Hey guys, welcome back. So I haven't sat down and filmed in a couple weeks. I have, number one, so much to say. We have a lot of things to chat about and to catch up on, so I thought we would just do a little get ready with me so I can tell you all of my excuses as to why I haven't been active on my channel. I have missed you guys. I love this time, this chatting time. So before we get into the video, please subscribe if you are new, or subscribe if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button. I usually post 2 times a week, but I'm going to give you my long line of excuses as to why that hasn't happened over the past 2 weeks. And then follow me below on all of my social media. I'm the most active on Instagram. It's my favorite. I try to post outfits every single day, or what I'm drinking, what I'm eating, just whatever the heck I feel like sharing with you. And so let's get started. The other elephant in the room is that I did get my hair colored. Maybe you can't tell, maybe you can. I'm wondering if I should turn my overhead lighting off. It is really dark outside today, and so I have extra lights on in my room so it doesn't appear to be like I'm sitting in a cave. But anyway, so I did get my hair colored red. I haven't had red hair since I was in high school. Like, I've done like highlights and stuff, but I'm actually going to be doing even more red for the summer because I love just the brightness, and it's fun. If I don't mention what I'm using, it'll be listed below, but I did just use the Clean Slate Primer by Tarte. I haven't actually been using primer. Oh, there it goes. I haven't actually been using primer. I don't know, I've really just been minimizing the amount of products that I've been putting on my face, and also just kind of like testing things out. I've been questioning a lot of things, especially when it comes to makeup, like, do I need all these steps? And that one is a pore filler, so I do like that because I do have very large pores. Not as large as they used to though, because now that I'm understanding what skincare needs to actually go on my face. For my foundation today, I'm going to do the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I love this foundation. This is going to be a repurchase item for me. I love the finish of it. I love that it's buildable. I can get a really light coverage with it. I don't like how I have to like oddly, like strangely syringe this out onto my face. There has been so many new foundations coming out, and I'm tempted to try some, but I'm still in that mindset of, do you have foundation? Yes. So why do you need to buy more kind of thing? And it's hard for me because I'm battling that, like, not just hoarding all this makeup, but at the same time, to have a channel, I feel like you need to bring new things to the table all the time. And so, but what do you do with the old things? Like, I bought this stuff. I want to use it. I don't want to throw it away, you know? And I know, like, focus on what you're using and that kind of thing, which is what I'm really doing. But are those videos interesting to just see somebody use the same stuff over and over again? On one hand, it proves that they love that, you know, that they love what they're using, and they're satisfied with it and it's working for them. I mean, I watch people because I like them. I don't watch because their video quality is awesome or whatever, you know. I do not enjoy how light this concealer is. I have a hard time finding the right shade in the Tarte Shape Tape because the next shade up is like virtually too yellow, and then one down is too, I don't know, it's just not right. So I use the shade Light in this, but I think it's really light. I love this Wayne Goss brush. One of you had asked me what some of my favorites were. I use this to set my under eyes every time I do my makeup. It's the Air brush, which was limited edition, but it is now permanent. I think it might be number 35, like number-wise, but it's called the Air brush, and it just, for me, really gets into here, and I like that I can just shimmy it on into my eyes are very deep set, and this is like, in order for me to get a brush in there, it needs to be very small. If it's too wide, it doesn't do the trick. And I also love how soft it is. I love that it doesn't pick up so much product that you now have serious cake face underneath your eyes, because this is thin skin under there, and you don't want to go heavy with product. You really don't, because it just won't be working for you later in the day. Cat hair. Constant cat hair. Okay, speaking of my cat, let's start with that story. So my cat ate a flea, and that flea gave her worms. So I'm sitting on my bed, right? You know, she had decided that she didn't want to eat dinner, which didn't surprise me because she's done this in the past, where she's eaten a strange bug in the house. Like, it's inevitable. We're in South Texas. Like, this is apparently where all the bugs reside all the time. Saturday night, last Saturday night, I'm sitting in my bed, and I'm like, Elsa, you know, girlfriend, how come you're not eating dinner? You know, now you're going to get me up super early because you're hungry, this, that, and the other thing. And I go down there to pet her, and there's all these tiny little, smaller than sesame seed type particles on my bed. And I'm like, my first thought was, I don't remember eating that hamburger bun in bed. I have a thing for hamburger buns with peanut butter and jelly on them in my bed. It's a thing, just, I'm sorry, it's weird, I know. And so I was like, I actually don't remember my bun having sesame seeds on it. Because I don't buy those anymore, because my kid's like, oh, the seeds, so now I have to buy the plain ones. I wasn't going to powder my whole face, but this is what happens when I start talking. I completely lose track of what I'm doing. I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural with a beauty blender. Okay, so anyways, so I'm like calling my husband, and I'm like, look up what these seeds are, even though I knew what they were, but I was in denial, because I'm like, that's not possible. She's an indoor-only cat. She can't have worms. She just can't. Well, she did. She does. She did. And so, long story short, if your cats eat a flea, and she's also not on, I didn't have her on the flea medicine, which I guess she is now, but I didn't think that, she doesn't go outside, like, she's never going to get worms, she's not around other animals, this, that, and the other thing. I was wrong, and so we brought her to the vet, and she had worms, and so, there's that. That happened. The week before that, my son was playing on his beanbag, jumping over it, probably showing his sister his cool ninja moves and how awesome he is at kung fu and this, that, and the other thing. And he sprained his wrist. So he was out of school for one day, but we spent that whole day in the urgent care because right now is a terrible time to have to go to urgent care because of the gosh dang flu everybody has. And so we waited for 2 hours in the urgent care just to be seen. And then of course we had to do x-rays. We literally were there all day. And he ended up just having a sprain. Which, I'm glad it was only a sprain, but so he's been saying his wrist hurts, and it's hard to get a 5-year-old to not use his wrist and to just kind of let it be, be chill about it, bud. Don't overuse it. Be careful at recess and be careful, at school and stuff. So, it's probably taking longer than it needs to heal, but so that was last week. So I forgot to tell you, in addition to her having the flea, my cat, I guess I didn't even tell you that Elsa is my cat, not my child. I figured you'd gather that. So addition to her having the fleas, then of course I had to wash all my bedding, all my blankets, everything that she ever sits on, which that's what they said. You should wash everything that she sits on. I'm like, that's my entire house. She is everywhere. She is everywhere. Everywhere. And so I'm going through my house washing absolutely everything, literally scraping the bottom of the container for soap because I had ran out of laundry detergent, and I'm like in the middle of this frantic cleaning everything, And I'm already a person that really needs my house to be clean to my standards, And so, so I did all that. I just jacked up my eyebrow. And this was my good eyebrow. So after I was doing all that cleaning, it spurned me, is that a word, spurned? Hurled? Threw me into a cleaning and organizing frenzy. And, it's winter, and I got my winter bod going pretty strong right now. And I went into my closet, both cleaning and having the winter bod mentality, and thought, you know what? I'm going to spring clean. 5 bags of clothes later, I sometimes wonder where all these clothes keep coming from. Like, every other month, I'm in my closet getting rid of something. And, I like to shop, but I'm not out shopping all the time, And I think a lot of it is me just holding on to things that, in 5 pounds, I'll be able to wear this, which that is a dumb mentality to have. And I went in with the whole thought process of, number 1, if you haven't worn this or reached for this in a year, I gave myself 2 years. It's going. So there was that. If it doesn't fit at all, it went. If you were uncomfortable while you wore it, but you were wearing it because you felt bad that it hasn't been worn and it's been hanging on that hanger, it went. If the fit wasn't right, like it just made you feel like, I just can't wait to get home to take this off, it went. If it was really dusty, good sign, you haven't been reaching for it, it went. And then I went to my shoes, and I was brutal with my shoes. I love shoes, okay? But I've kind of come to the conclusion that if the shoe isn't comfortable, I'm not going to wear it. So I got rid of that. And you know what is so good about that? Number one, you are giving these things away to people who will enjoy them and who will get use out of them. Because what good are they doing just sitting in your closet? No one's wearing them. They're just sitting there, taking up space, cluttering your life, making you feel frustrated every time you go in there and turn the light on. Like, ugh, get rid of it. Give it to somebody who will use it. It makes room for new things. I mean, my closet used to be so jam-packed that I couldn't even, like, see everything that I had because the clothes were so tight. There were, like, things falling off the hangers, and it was just like, what's in here? It was like a surprise when I'd find a shirt that had been jammed into the back of the clothes for, like, 4 years. True story. So then, of course, you go into your closet, and then you start going into other areas of your house. I went into my kids' bedrooms. I was ruthless with the toys. I mean, if the kids haven't touched it and who knows how long, and it was junky, or it came in a Happy Meal, it went. I don't have any new eyeshadow palettes to use, but you know what? When I don't have anything new to reach for and I don't know what I want to do to my eyes, the things I always reach for are my MAC eyeshadow palettes. Every single time. And I think it's because I like all these colors. I handpicked all these colors, and they just don't let me down, you know? I'm going to take Brule and just kind of throw this all over, literally. Okay, so we've caught you up on those 3 events. The week before that, whatever week we're on, we'll just say the week before that and the week, you know, relative. My daughter had a fever for 3 days in a row. Not really any other symptoms or anything, but just a fever. And so it was weird because she was acting completely normal. Like, we were baking cake and just like hanging out and playing and watching TV and, you know, doing my normal day-to-day stuff. But she had a fever. So I had to keep her home from school. And so obviously I wasn't going to be able to film or do anything or leave the house or do any of my normal stuff that I do. So that kind of gets backed up and gets pushed onto, you know, the following week or whatever. It's just my terms for everything is the following week and before this, you know what I mean. So that was then, and then the week before that, my son had a fever, and he was more congested and stuff. Now, he didn't pop positive for the flu or whatever, which I was very grateful for, but he was home too, and so it was just basically this entire past month has been kind of crazy. I think I used this color last time I did a Get Ready With Me. We can't do that again. I'm going to take Kid, all these really boring shades. Okay, this is not going to be a life-changing Get Ready With Me. I didn't plan out my look like I normally do. I'm going to be leaving the house, so I can't be looking crazy. Trying some new eye look. I actually want to do just a really pretty... I've been really keeping the eyes simple because I've been doing a lot of bolder lip colors. And I've been very much into a bright, springy pink or a coral. And that's what I'm going to go for today. So then you add in doctor's appointments and all these other, like bringing my dog in to get her teeth cleaned and all these other appointments. There's my long list of excuses as to why I haven't been sitting down here and chatting with you. I mean, I really have only maybe once a week for church. Well, yeah, getting ready for church is like the 1 day a week where I pulled myself together and washed my hair and put on makeup, that kind of thing. But I have just been doing life and not really focusing on my looks per se. I'm going to take a little bit of malt with the same brush. We're just going to use the same brush the entire time. I also like to do that. I don't like to make things so complicated. I mean, let me rephrase that. I do make things complicated. But if I can simplify anything, this would be an area where we can simplify this. What is it about when you have a channel and you make videos and you don't post a video for a little bit that you feel obligated to share why? Like you need to justify your decisions or defend yourself. I don't know what it is about that, but you feel like, okay, I need to explain where I've been, even though it really doesn't matter. Like I have some people that they don't upload for months at a time, and then when they do, I'm like, yes, I've been waiting, like I'm so excited. But they don't need to tell me why. I get it. You know, we have actual lives outside of this, you know. Now, it's fun to post often and keep you up to date on things, but, you know, stuff happens, and that's, you know, so I guess if any of you watching me that make videos, you don't feel the need to tell me why you were gone. Like, maybe you just wanted to be gone, you know? Take Honeylust, like the sparkly shade. Ooh, it's kind of metallic. You know what? I feel like I need to get some Fix Plus. Okay, that was more like Fix Rain. Ooh. That was a good choice. I'm going to take a little bit of corduroy, just a matte, cool toned brown. I've been filming for 29 minutes already. Oh my gosh. I like this little brush here for dark colors, the 221. Do you see how it's like thinner, but still kind of fluffy? So it's not the best for my really deep crease, and that's why I always go like this. And I always fear that I'm going to enhance my wrinkles up here, but I have to do this so I can get in here because I have such deep set eyes. If I don't, and I just leave my eyes relaxed like that, it'll be skipped. And then I have like loose skin and whatever. Ugh. If you aren't older, you just wait. All these wrinkles, they will be yours. So let's talk about shoes for a minute. I found, she's not new, she's new to me, okay? The designer Sophia Webster. Oh my gosh, I am smitten with her heels. And a lot of her, I don't know if this is just like this season or if it's like classic or what she does, like if it's what she, you know, it's like her signature. Butterflies, and I love butterflies and just like that whole wings and fairies and magical and the colors, and it's whimsical and it's just fun and it's beautiful. And I am just drooling over her shoes. Did you guys see Jaclyn Hill's closet tour? I was like, I love all those handbags and all those shoes. And she had outfits pre-styled. I'm like, that's actually genius. But I do that all the time. I really do. I hang things together, especially on the days that I know, like on the weekend, I know I'm going to be going somewhere. I'll pick my outfit out ahead of time because I am notorious for spending an hour putting clothes on and off or standing there saying you have nothing to wear, but you really do. It's just not set out for you. Or you wake up and you're feeling uninspired, or you wake up and you're feeling bloated and blah, blah, blah. So I always do that, but I thought it was awesome. I'm like, hey, somebody else does that just like me. I'm not, like, I thought it was on my own level of crazy, but apparently, like, it must be a level of genius. And just like that, my eyes are finished. But let me tell you, my card got full. So that means that I had to take my card out and transfer it to my computer. But since I haven't been filming, my computer literally took 10 minutes to turn on. So then I had to transfer my files over, which takes another little bit of time. And in all that time, I decided to put on my eyeliner. I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll just put my liquid eyeliner on. I struggle with putting that on while talking anyway, so I'll put it on. Got a little bit thicker than I wanted it to be, so I'm like, we are definitely doing false lashes today. That will conceal a little bit of like the thick Sharpie line. And so I put on the Ardell 120S lashes. I really like these. They do have the self-adhesive strip. I do not rely just on that. I still glue mine on. I don't know. I've actually never tried it with just self-adhesive, but I fear the wind's going to blow and my lash is going to go with it. So I did that. I also used the Chanel mascara before then. I like to coat my lashes with just a little bit of mascara before I put on the false, because otherwise they do not, like my natural lashes and false lashes are nothing alike. So we need to kind of bring them together. Mascara helps me do that. That is the end of the story, and in that entire waiting period, I also had a cocktail, ate a hamburger, and started the dishwasher. So let's finish this makeup look because I actually am going to be leaving the house today. I'm going to be using this blush. I've been really into a pink lip, a pink blush, just really fresh, springy, and all that kind of things. Now, I am not ready for the hot spring temperatures, but I am ready for spring colors. I was looking over my Instagram, I'm like, everything I'm posting is so dark, but like all the winter clothes I have are like dark in color, and then I do like a dark lip or a red lip for color or whatever. And then in the spring, I'm like, ooh, pastels and bright fresh colors on my face, and everything I wear is like color, color, color. So this is I already told you, the Lorac blush. It's matte, which I've also been into. Okay, mirror is not, okay. Smile. This is another Wayne Goss brush. I love, adore, recommend. This is the one I always use for my blush. You can use it for other things, but I like it for blush. I love how it blends and applies nicely. It doesn't pick up too much product. It's not so dense that you're moving around everything else that you spent 5 hours applying to your face. This is the Wayne Goss number 2, since we're talking about his brushes. This one I use for highlighter. You can also use this to set your under eyes. I do like it for that. But I've kind of resorted to using this as a highlighter brush because it just really works well. Now this is like a serious highlighter because a dense brush like this, it's more dense, it's going to pick up more. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to go so dewy, but I guess that's the direction we're heading, so we just are going to roll with it. And this also will get rid of any residual powder we have chilling on my face. Don't be weird, Chelsea. It's hard for me not to be weird. Ooh, I love the red. How pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, pink lips. So, I've been going strong with this number 8 from YSL. I don't even see this exact packaging anymore. Or maybe I just lied. I don't know. Do they still make this? I don't know. I know that they like have the YSL in oils, and I think they just like renamed it. I don't know. This is dull. Hold up. This is the Dior Lip Liner Boys de Rose number 463. Can you even see that? Ugh, you got to do this, Chelsea. Remember, you have to do this. That is so pretty. And then we're going to do a mixture. I like to do the 29, which is a little bit of a warmer, slightly warmer pinky rose. Oh, so stunning. I like how creamy these are. Not long lasting, but that's okay. I just bring it with me to reapply. I like the gloss that they give too. And then in the center, to create just a little more dimension, I'm going to throw the more kitty-haired bubblegum pink of the number 8. Zoom you in. So here is the finished look. I don't know that it's life-changing. It's very fresh and very pretty, and I think springy. Now, I don't think that like the eyes are anything that are just specifically springy, but you know what screams spring to me? Is any sort of fresh, pinky, corally color, and so the lip and the cheek are that, but you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, and then head on over to Instagram and check me out there. I really am having so much fun with posting outfits of the day there, and it's a great way for me to share what I'm wearing without having to try to figure out how to make a video about every single day, but I can post a picture every day, and it's just so much fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and on the way out, if you enjoyed yourself, give me a like, and we will chat very soon. Bye, guys.